Hi, Collective. I'm Ancient, and I have a channeled message for someone. This could be a bit heavy. I didn't want to deliver this message, but I'm compelled to. This is for a specific couple, a specific individual. You've been, I don't know if you're married to this person, involved somehow, but ever since you married this person or got involved with them romantically, you've been struggling. You've been struggling financially, specifically, and you have the ability to make a business for yourself. You could be an entrepreneur, you could be someone that has a talent in manifesting money, but this isn't normal because you're consistently gaining and losing and gaining and losing. There's something very inconsistent about the situation. And for some of you, whoever this message is for, you could have thought to yourself, if the person you're with, if they are a part of your financial decline, this is a confirmation. The answer is yes. And until you release this person, okay, whether that be breakup, divorce, or whatever it is, um and this is not advice, I am just telling you what the message is and what is being delivered. You will continue to struggle. You were not supposed to be with this person. As a matter of fact, I feel like whoever this is for, your family could have said something about this person. People who were closest to you told you not to marry this person, and it has something to do with a lot of different reasons why you chose to. Maybe you chose to because you thought your parents or your friends or people close to you just didn't want you to marry this person because it was out of the norm of who you would actually date. Out of the norm, meaning this person could be from a different culture, they could be same sex, they could be different religion, but there was something that made you decide to marry this person. It felt like a rebellious move, perhaps against your family, but you're seeing the karma from this. And the karma is that you will continue to unfortunately experience financial decline because as I stated, as much as we, some of us may not be the best friends with our family, right? Some of you may have bad connections with your family, but um, you cannot get away from DNA. Your ancestors are who they are. The only thing you can do is be a better person, but you are still tied to your family, and you are supposed to honor your father. You're supposed to honor your mother. Now, that doesn't mean that you go with their wrongdoings. Honoring your parents and honoring your ancestors and your lineage is highly important because when you cross over, it's going to be required for those who are still living after you to do the same. Now, for some reason, I feel like you, whoever you are, you have disrespected your ancestral lineage by being with this person. You are not supposed to be with this person, and it feels like your ego or something is keeping you from leaving this person alone, but you have financially struggled consistently since you've been with this person. And no matter what God or the universe, whatever you follow spiritually puts in your path, it can even be this message. You may even hear this message. The person that this is for may not even be subscribed to my channel, but for whoever this is for, you may hear this message and it might piss you off. It may trigger you. You may get upset. But that is the issue here. The issue is that there's an ego, there's a consistent pattern of you not wanting to be held accountable, or you don't want to be told anything because you believe what you are doing is right. And instead of looking at the facts of the matter is you are struggling financially, and it's been a consistent pattern for years. For some, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, or ever since you got with this person, it seems like you've had trouble manifesting money or keeping money consistently, is what I want to say. Now, not just struggling, but all the way to being homeless. There's something about you could, like your bloodline, you could come from a family who maybe they did put materialism over things. Maybe your family was a bit too materialistic, but you ended up getting with someone who comes from poverty, who has a poverty mindset, and it's a spirit. It's not something that you can just get rid of just because you get a good job. There's some people that, you know how, you know the phrase where they say you can leave the hood but you can't take the hood out of someone. It's kind of that same mentality. It's like someone becoming wealthy but they don't know how to get out of that low poverty mindset. They act low class. It's something like that. And that's not coming from a place of judgment. It's just establishing a truth that just because you have money does not mean you have class. So it feels like you could be with someone or dealing with someone that comes from a specific type of bloodline that you were not permitted to be with. And I've said this a lot on my channel that our ancestors, people that have crossed over, have a lot to do with who we are. I mean, who we are with and who we procreate with and marry and things of that nature. And sometimes a lot of you are marrying people or getting with people that, uh, in the spirit realm, your family that have crossed over does not permit for you to be with that individual. And that's why it's never going to work. And even if you force it, you're going to notice that you're struggling. So I don't know who this is for. I know this is a heavy message for someone, but I was being compelled to share this with you. Until, just look at your life, okay? Even if you don't want to, just look at your life. Think about where you were financially before you met this person. Think about where you were living. Think about your health. Even for some of you, you gain weight. And not like healthy weight gain, but like you gain weight. Your face has changed. It's changed your skin. Your overall health has changed. It's not positive. It's not like a healthy weight gain. It's something that can negatively impact you if you continue to eat this way. It's like gluttony. I don't know what's going on, but some of you need to reassess and reflect on this person that you were dealing with, because there's something spiritually off, something spiritually rotten, something spiritually even. And I feel like this person is coming off like a sheep and like a wolf in sheep's clothing. They can even come off as someone that's really nice, but it's like a demon. Oh, that just came out. Yeah. Yeah. This was yeah. This person was in it. Wow. It feels like demonic. Not saying this person is like worships the devil or anything, but it feels demonic because everything that has happened after you've met this person, your life declined. And you're trying to figure out why, or you make excuses, or you're just like, well, we'll just start all over. And you're not putting two and two together. You're not paying attention. There's something arrogant about who I'm speaking to. You're kind of arrogant. Maybe you think you know it all. Maybe you are intuitive. Maybe you are spiritual yourself and you just don't see it. But you can be blind to your own patterns. But there's a pattern here. And I feel like it has a lot to do with your childhood. Maybe you grew up in an environment where your parents were strict, or your parents were know-it-alls, or your parents were perfectionists, and they put this on you. And then now that you're a grown man, a grown woman, you do the opposite. Even when your parents are correct, even when people that love you are correct, or you don't want them to be correct, so you continue to go down this path of destruction because to you don't want to go to your family and they basically say, I told you so. So you choose to be homeless, or you choose to struggle, or you choose to be a martyr just to prove a point. Someone could have a child. I'm seeing a little girl. Someone could have a child, a little girl in this. Your child is being raised in an unstable environment, a very inconsistent environment. Children need stability. There's a lot of movement here. The child is moving across the country. I don't know who this is for. They're moving everywhere, but there's struggle here. You're raising your child in poverty, and you don't have to. There's places for you to go, but you cannot be with this particular individual if you choose to be with that person. I mean, if you choose to go back home, you would have to leave that person behind. It's this is spiritual, whoever this is for. You're going to be held accountable. Okay. It feels very heavy. This feels heavy, and I know this is gonna tick some people off. But this is not for everybody. So please, if it's not for you, do not force it. Do not get upset. It's not for you. This is for somebody that's meant to hear this. And you know it, but you're ignoring it. You're ignoring it because of arrogance, because of guilt, because you don't want to hear people say I told you so, because you don't want your parents to, or your friends or your parents or your grandparents to be like, well, I kind of told you that God said this. Or maybe you come from a religious background and your parents are going to say something. Like there's something here that's preventing you from listening. You can also be a healer, and it feels like this person got you off your path. You could have married somebody that took you away from your gift, what you're meant to do, what you're meant to, wow, what you are meant to do, or a purpose of yours that helps other people. This person has taken you off your path. Don't you see? And I'm getting passionate about this because you don't you see it? Don't you feel it? And it's affecting you financially. All you have to do is remove this person, and you'll look better, you'll feel better, your finances will change. But it's like everything you, it's even when you know think that you're getting ahead, it could be something simple where you buy a vehicle and it doesn't work, or you move to a place and something's wrong with the place. It's like everything that involves this person, it doesn't work. But when you were by yourself, or you were with your child, or you whatever, you could be childless. But when you were alone without this person, your life thrived. You lived in a nice place, you drove a nice car, you were healthy, you were happy, but you also thought that you were alone, and you were never alone, but you just didn't allow the universe, you didn't allow the universe, you didn't allow God to send you who you were supposed to be with. So in this demon, this, and I don't mean to say it, but that's what it feels like. Is I'm not calling the person, but it's an entity. There's an entity here that infiltrated this individual and like snuff you out. And the person is hiding behind kindness. They're hiding behind a smile. They're hiding behind kindness. But they've destroyed your life. You've allowed it though. Doesn't, you know what I mean? I'm not blaming the person because it's accountability. I know you don't want to hear this, whoever this is for. I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm telling you. And this is why I did not want to give this message, because I knew this was heavy. You have to remove this person, or you will continue to struggle. And it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to go home and get chastised. Who knows? Maybe you have the conversation with your family, say, look, I made a mistake, but please don't rub it in. Just let me. Because everybody makes mistakes. Everyone is entitled to mistakes. But this has gone on for too long, and you're refusing to see the pattern. This is a consistent pattern. And we all know in the tarot, patterns are represented by what? The devil. Patterns, life patterns are represented by the devil. So are you going to transform? Are you going to continue to go down this path? this path of poverty. Being homeless isn't normal for you, whoever you are. You don't come from an environment where that is normal. And again, for those of you that are listening to this is not coming from a place of judgment. I'm speaking to this person, whoever they are. They know what I mean by that. And I'm not putting down, because things happen, you guys. I'm not putting down anybody. Okay? Because some people are houseless by choice and they have families. And so this is what I'm saying to this person. I'm not, this person isn't mentally ill or on drugs and all of that. I'm speaking to someone who has family that they can go to, but they're choosing to be in this situation because their family does not want them to be with a specific individual, this person who they are with, who's dragging them down, and they're refusing to see it. All right. I'm going to leave it here. This was a heavy, heavy message. Like I said, it's going to tick some people off. But I always state the Queen of Swords is the sword of truth. And the truth hurts no matter no matter what. And what I just shared, I would say this to my own family. I would say it to my sisters, my loved ones, my brothers, anyone closest to me. If I felt this energy come through, I would say it to my own family. So this is coming from a place of love, not from a place of judgment, but this is tough love. And tough love requires honesty and transparency and someone who's just going to give it to you straight. And I'm not sugarcoating this message at all. All right. So, whoever this is for, I wish you love, healing, but it's time to wake up and recognize the pattern. And the pattern is sitting and staring you right in your face. It's that person. And you know it's that person. All right. I'm going to leave it here. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you soon.